Hi Twin Flame, Starseed, Lightworkers. Welcome to this DMDF Tower Love reading. My name's Sophia. Welcome to this community, or welcome back. So what I was getting was the High Priestess card. But I was getting with that card about an inner calling. Now, obviously, you follow me, I'm always talking about mission. Mission is very important, and it doesn't mean you have to join my mission, but you need to be collaborating once. Suggestion, I say need, and I'm always saying need, but then because it is actual need, but then it's your choice. But when I say need, yes, that's what you need to do. And secondly, it's about, most of you waste, it's massive, you waste your life. People don't book me or come away from me and blah, blah, blah. And I get it because I'm in your face. But I don't lie. There's a massive difference. Now, your perception of people who are friendly and loving is fact, right? That don't mean they're truthful. That's, I don't know, that's something to do with it as well. But anyway, there's that's the High Priestess energy. But the High Priestess I'm feeling with you guys today is about, like I said, your calling. It's to do with your calling. And I feel the calling is to do with what you're doing in life. Nothing. Master of all trades, jack of nothing. No, master of nothing, whatever it is. That's saying. Jack of all trades, master of nothing. Right? And this is a mirror to your person. Oh, they should be better. They can do better. I'm like, what are you doing? Right? Even people in mission, I still push. They don't have to create any programs, right? I create enough, and I still got a list of things to do. So just joining my mission, and this ain't a sell, and if you do think it is, you can click off. But just joining mission and making a channel, you could earn £1,000 a week if you're hardcore, right? And master the trade, master advertising and marketing, do loads of videos, blah, blah, blah. Use the platform of the Facebook group, plus selling my programs, because I have so many programs to sell, plus with your tarot reading, plus now I'm going to give you a counseling thing. There's no way for you not to make money. That's why I offer you mission. What you're doing, and like I said, I push people on mission not to make anything else. I don't have to. It's wicked when they do, because like you can see that they have their own stuff they do. I pull out these cards. Sheetel's doing, I think, Kabbalah astrology or something. There's a Kabbalah in the tarot cards or astrology. Anyway, it's great when they do that, but I still push them. And it's not because I don't get it. It's like I'm pushing you to be a better version. Planet Earth is corrupted because you're programmed to do less. I literally just emailed David that. I've been staying at his, and as of everyone, when it comes to rich, they think rich people do nothing, right? Literally, I'm sure, and I said it to him, I ain't seen a reply. I'm like, you must have just thought I'd done tarot readings, right? And I make so much money, but just by doing tarot readings. They literally think we do nothing because they don't do nothing. But obviously I was there, and he could, I'm back because I've got vertigo, but he could see that my entire day is work. And I tell him, I work all day. Literally, the people don't believe it, right? Because you're in your 3D job and sitting at a laptop, sitting at a computer, typing to hello on the phone, answering the phone, ain't work. It's pussy work. That's what it is. It ain't work. So this energy I'm getting is about your inner calling, right? It works and you get money and you feel abundant and all sorts of bloody things. I don't do what you do and somehow I'm lucky I get loads of money. No, I do far more is what I'm saying. And I keep saying it over, and even the people that's closest to me still don't see it. Whenever my sister comes around, she hardly ever comes around, which she does. Oh, you're doing a tarot reading? I'm like, yeah, I'm in the room. I'll be out in a minute, right? It's literally like, I think she thinks I'm going to come into the home, you know, like a classic person, you know, someone's come in, so they're in the living room sitting down watching telly. Never ever has anyone come into my flat and saw me watching telly. Never. Never ever. Right? Because I'm working. Oh, because you hate telly? No, because well, I do hate telly, but I'm busy. So when I'm pushing you with this high priestess energy, it's about you can do fucking more, right? And I don't like to bring David in, but I will bring David in, right? And this is a conversation I had with him, because it's like he saw what I was doing, and I was like, the difference between me, because this is what you lot do, and this is what he does as well. He works 2 jobs, 12 hours. And I say this all the time. I don't know how many times I've got to make it clear. I work smart. I'm rich. I work smart. Poor people work stupid. And I said to him, yeah, you literally see me working, right? Writing programs, then I'm doing a tarot reading, then I'm doing counseling, then I'm back doing emails. You're doing security work. You're doing secretary. You're cutting hair. You're doing Reiki. It's not work. It's pussy. It's a hobby. I'm literally working. So he sees that. So I said, you attend work. I work. That's why I'm rich. You attend something and just do it. You're wasting your life. And then bitch and moan life is so hard. I'm like, joining me, right? I push you to be what you're supposed to be. I'm not born with different whatever. I'm the same as you, the same as David. So David is like, it's like he saw me, and I'll be honest, and I don't care if he's listening, but he says don't listen to this, but he can't really come to me. He's like, I heard what you said. I'm like, well, you said you don't listen to these readings. But anyway, it's like how I felt that when I went at his, it was like, I was like, oh, you know, I'm so impressed of what you do. And to me, I was like, you don't do nothing. You don't do nothing. You can see what I do compared to what you do. And it was like, you could see that I put it like, look what I do compared to what you do. Where he thought, I'll come and be impressed of what he does. Only the rich impress me because they work as hard as me. What poor people do never impresses me. And I don't think you're poor, you're stupid, you're an idiot. I just think you're wasting your life. And this is this high priestess energy, right? I go hardcore and deep, but literally it's to do with your calling. That's what it is. And all you do is point your finger at your person. Oh, they can do so much more. Why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you doing it? You spend 8 hours. That's where poor people come in. They spend 8 hours, 12 hours in a job. And say, oh, well, I'm busy. I work 12 hours a day doing nothing. My 12 hours is constructive, smart working, making stuff and products whilst I continually make stuff and products that will help others. You sit there and like I said to him, right, you spend about 4 or 5 hours watching security film. A security guard walks around. I says, you're a counsellor. You can teach boxing. You can do, what else I do? Crafts. I said, in those 12 hours you're at work, you're wasting it just walking around security and doing telly. That's the same as you lot, right? But you put yourself, well, you work 12 hours, Sophia, I work 12 hours, right? I've got kids, you've got kids. It's different. The high priestess is here. It's different. It's not the same. We work smarter, right? And this is 100% about mission. It's not about selling my mission. It's about get off your fucking ass and do something. Because particularly if you're watching me, you're a starseed, you're a light worker, you're twin flame and all that kind of thing. Stop making the excuses. We all have the same shit. We all stop deluding yourself as well. We all have the same shit. 7 of Cups is coming out everywhere. Delusions. Well, no, I've got 2 kids and I've got a house to run and so have I. That's what I say to David. I've got the same shit as you. I said to him, in fact, I'm worse. You have family. I said, I've got no one to rely on. All my family dead. You can ask your mum for some money, right? I ain't got no one. If anything, everyone relies on me, right? I still have kids, right? I still have responsibilities. I still got bills to pay. I still, right? But I do more, right? Literally, I do more. So this is about mission. Not only is your calling, but it makes you see that you're wasting your life. Literally, this is about wasting your life. And like I said, your person, so there might be something with your person that is showing you. I'm getting heartbreak, so there might have been offs, but I'm also feeling the Three of Swords as something different. It's a reflection of something, of your heart and thoughts, which leads to this breakup or heartbreak and something like that. It's not a classic, like Three of Swords is normally, you know, an argument or something like that. But what I'm feeling is there's a reason, although most of the arguments is for a reason, but there's something deeper with it. So let's see if the cards come out and say it. Now, the Facebook, apparently my sister emailed me and said she's posted in there. If you like my readings, I learned, I can't say I learned, I didn't watch. I presume my tarot readings is from my sister. So she done tarot for, I think, 15 years, probably longer, something like that. So, you know, when you're just watching someone and they do tarot readings, I think I learned from her. I can't say I learned because it looks like she taught me. She didn't. So I learned from my sister tarot readings. My point is, if you like my tarot readings, she does teachings on tarot. And even if you're not interested in that, she's posting in the Facebook group. I said, the Hangman came out yesterday. This is what you lot are doing, staying in a comfortable position. This is all, and like I said, this is connected to the Three of Swords. This year is about love, right? And I like how the universe is putting stuff in there because it's all about love. So it's not loving yourself by going to do a job. I love cleaning. I can't say that word, but you'll know what I'm saying. Therapeutic, something like that. I love cleaning and I love my place looking tidy and clean. It reminds me of always going into something new, right? A new home, not something new and different, like a new place. And plus, I clean to show appreciation. I don't like where I live, but my flat I like, put it that way. So the appreciation. And you don't love your job. So law of appreciation is fucking massive to do with manifestation. Huge motherfucker, right? And people, let's type in laws of the planet. Oh, law of appreciation. Okay, I'll do a YouTube video. So appreciate the air you breathe. You appreciate the bed you sleep on. Fuck off. It's not like that. Appreciation is real appreciation. Right? Real appreciation of something. Like I say, I appreciate people in mission. And that's why I'm saying stop focusing on me. I'm just a tarot reader like others. Without those that are in mission, this wouldn't be a community. I do appreciate things. I like people moan. Like, stop the bit. You lot bitch and moan because you haven't got the money. The money makes you free. That's what it is. I don't really like it's not the area, the building where I'm in, right? When I first moved, it was nice. Now it's going a bit crusty. But my flat, I keep on top of it, right? So I'm like, I could move. I could afford to move. But where I am, it's convenient. Quan likes it and stuff like that. And I, got the cinema down the road. I love all that kind of thing. So I focus on the positives. And like I said, I tidy my house and make it and stuff like that. So I keep my flat. So it's just like, okay, I'm showing the universe that I appreciate what I got. You lot don't do nothing like rich people. Bitch and moan. It's all poor people do. And then look at us. We tell you what to do. Right? I remember that. I think when I was just starting to get rich, I remember a rich guy would say, well, we ain't greedy. They say that rich people are greedy. And I can't remember who it was. fucking hell, I'm just chatting. Can't remember who it was. And they said, rich people always tell you, because we're so happy, we're so abundant. We know, it sounds vain, but you know, we know we just got money, wherever, and we want that for everybody. We don't want moody, boring, bitching people, right? We want to tell you why. And we also know there's no competition, which I prove the theory of, I'm like, join me, right? Join me, right? We know there's no such thing as competition, because laws of the planet, there's no competition. Laws of gravity, there's fuck all to do with competition, right? We know that. It's poor people that is the one that's the issue up in here. Poor people. I don't know, I was going off, but anyway. Is it those? No. So this year is about love. It's teaching you, like, love yourself, love what you want to do, love your, like, you think you go out and you're working and you're doing, you don't love it. How many people tell me they love their job? I'm like, yeah, you might like art, but you're not making money from it. That's a hobby. Or you like an element of your job, but it's not you fully. Do you see what I mean? I said, if David said he comes home and he's knackered, I'm like, I'm tired, but even my tired's different. Why? I said, because I'm at work. I said, I feel compelled. I'm helping people. I was behind on my making an audio, about 2-3 days behind my healing video. And he was like, oh, you're up. And I said, well, first of all, I'm always up this time. You think I just make this up? I'm always up to about 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I'm up, right, working. But he, anyway, so he saw me up. So I was like, I've got to get this out. And he was like, I'm bored at work. I'm like, I don't get it. Bored at work? What the fuck? I'm like, people are waiting for this. I promised this, and I know it will help people. That's what you got. What are you doing? Does it have those words behind it? Even if you're doing tarot, people in mission, the agenda behind the tarot is to get you in and then say to you with a tarot reading, say you book Andrew and a tarot reading, and she says, well, this is what's going. This will change if you do healing. The healing will help you to see the bigger purpose. There's a purpose even behind the tarot. Do you see? What we do in this community. What you do ain't that. I can fucking guarantee you. Reiki, acupuncture, if you want to name your name as spiritual yoga, that's bullshit. It's all bullshit. You do not do what we do in this community. And this is about the inner calling. That's what David's always ringing me. I'm like, I ain't got time to ring no fucking person. He literally thinks I don't want to ring him. I'm like, no, I'm working. He's like, I'm working. I'm like, yeah, but you're working in security, right? Any job like that, you can just ring your person, you chat when you're bored. This is different work. I literally have a break because I need a break. Poor people have a break because, well, you get an hour's break. I have a break to kind of unwind and boost up, and then I go back. I don't time it. You know, if it's 10 minutes, generally I have a 10 minutes when I need it, and then I go back to work. This is changing your concept on trying to change your concept on your world. Why is that different? These two are different than these lot. What's that about? So let me see. I used to do invisible readings, if you're new, which I didn't have to pull out the cards, because as you can see, I normally talk about the initial energies, then the cards clarify. You don't need the cards. The cards are a tool. Anyway, so the Hangman, the 5 of Cups. So yeah, it's like you're fucking fed up, right? With this stagnant energy, right? Because the first card is the Hanged Man, then the 5 of Cups. But it's like you're refusing to see what it is, but you feel it. It's like you're being pissed off with your person. This isn't that, but I'll give an example. It's like your person never shows up on time or late. It's not never, because you wouldn't be with him. Like shows up late or doesn't show up on the correct day or lets you down. And it's like you're pissed off, right? But it's like the Five of Cups is, well, see the issue. You refusing, you're staying in this uncomfortable position, right, without seeing the position. Nine of Wands. And like I said, you've got all your excuse. More poor people will give me the utmost excuses of not to do something or why they're doing something. And this is me. Literally what I want to say, and I don't say it. I'm rich. Hello. You're poor. I'm telling you what to do to be rich. That's all you got to do. I'm not asking for your explanations, blah, blah, blah. This is what you got to do. So if I tell you to post 12 tarot readings a day to be rich, that's what you got to do. This is what poor people, well, I've got kids, I can't post 12 hours a day. I'm like, listen, this is what you got to do to be rich. That's why you're poor. That's it. Poor people got this bullshit excuses of, oh, I'll control. Look at this. This is the World card. And this is the Hanged Man, which my Hanged Man looks like a devil. Can you see? This is you, the first card. See, it looks like a devil, right? With the devil horns, right? Reptilian skin. This is you. And your control is in the world, right? Inside, right? The world, you're here. Trying to control it with your reptilian brain, right? And this is the world. So you're deluding yourself that your world is fine. But it's the Hanged Man. This is the real world. Do you see what I mean? My world is the real world. Like I said, I'm here to teach you. That's why spiritual leaders don't talk about money. I never forget. I think her name was Rita. She joined Mission, and I just literally started the money program. And she says, now I'm leaving because you're all about money. I'm like, I've been there a year and a half. I've now started this money program. I'm all about money. Obviously issues, right? Lack mentality. This world is run on fucking money. 10 of Pentacles. So if there's a spiritual leader telling you how to be to get your money, they're making you fucking free. I'm getting you to be free. When David says to me, come to me, right, at short notice, I can go there. Why? Because I can just book a taxi. I can then choose, if I'm staying there longer, to book a cleaner here. Then I can get whatever I fucking want over there to make it easier. Money fucking helps, right? Because it gives you the freedom. That's why I teach about money. And to get money, this stagnant, staying hanging on the fucking tree ain't going to cut your 10 of Pentacles. But you think somehow you're going to get, like I said, David is a classic example. He makes his way up the ladder in that classic bullshit in a company and an organization. I'm like, well, just look at the person you're making your way up to. Is he as rich as me? No, right? Are they moaning and bitching, or do they look completely happy and successful and rich? But you're applying for that job. It's simple, right? It's obviously not going to work. You never hear me moan about money. In fact, you never hear me moan. You hear me moan, what about you lot? Right? Always about you lot. What are you doing wasting your life? 5 of Cups. This is what this is about. 9 of Wands, like I said, defensive about it because you cannot see your foundation. Your person is here for you, to mirror to you, to change that foundation. If you're not totally really, I would say 90% happy with your situation in work. I said 90%. You feel compelled to go there. You feel passionate. You're getting a massive wage, right? You feel like you're contributing compared to who you really are with the World card. So you feel like you're actually changing someone else. No delusion, 7 of Cups, about, yeah, well, I'm selling crystals, so I'm a spiritual person, so I'm helping. There's no fucking evidence of that. I was watching something, I can't, on Ricky Graves, I can't remember, it's a comedian. It's called Life or something on Netflix, right? And it's great, but then he starts kind of cussing out people, you know, horoscopes and stuff like that. I'm like, we have a bad name, such as twin flames, for people like you that just do nothing. But he's like that. Horoscopes and stuff is for people who are wishful thinking and just do nothing and just want an easy answer. And I was like, you know what? I've got to fucking agree with that. I've got to fucking 100% agree with that, because most of the people book me and do nothing. And that's all you do is watch. So that's why I said, if I meet twin flames, all these people that go out there with their vanity of come, look and hug me. I'm like, I'm the opposite. I don't put myself in the bracket of all twin flames, because all twin flames ain't like me. All twin flames don't do as much as me. All twin flames don't talk about get your monies up. All twin flames don't say about here, you can share my programs. All twin flames don't collaborate. That's why I'm like, I ain't going to go out there and meet others. I'm not going to go and chat and show off. I'm not going to bring my person up on here. What's that got to do with mission? So you're missing the dots, and you're actually thinking you're controlling your life. Like literally David talks to me and he's like, yeah, I'm going to change this job and I'm going to get so much money. I'm going to change my shift and then I did it and I'm going to have more hours. And I go, hold on a minute. That sounds great, babe, but did that work last year? And you hear the silence. That's what I get. Delusion. And that's what you do. Delusional thing. Now, I get you, Sophia, but I'm just going to sit and watch. Right? Hang in there thinking the 10 of Pentacles is going to come. And then 5 of Cups is going to come and you're going to regret it. It's like me, I said, I'm sure I'm getting pulled not to be doing my counselling. Once I nail this counselling, I'm doing a counselling tool. And I allow people in mission, not allow, because I don't know what to say. If people in mission choose to do the counselling tool, then I think I'm going to come away from counselling. What does that mean? That means you ain't going to get me for counselling. That's you, 5 of Cups. There's stuff you're going to regret by just staying there. There might be an opportunity, like I said, with mission, to join mission. If mission gets packed out, I might say, nah, enough. I've got enough in mission now. That's you. You're going to regret it. Right? It sounds vain, but it's not vain, because it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know what else to say. I explained to people, once again, I explained to David. It's like, I don't like confrontation and arguments. I said, see, another lack mentality. I told him, I said, listen, rich people just go and do things and get what they fucking want. Poor people, I don't like confrontation, stall, run, ghost, what you lot do. I said, this is an argument. You're fucking ugly, smelly cunt, right? I said, that's lies. That's it's not true. I said, me saying this is truth. That's why I said the initial energy, high priestess. You know it's truth. This ain't a fucking argument. It's truth. It ain't me fucking digging at you. It's truth. There's a difference. But you go to spiritual leaders, oh, you're so amazing. Your person's awful, right? Or, oh, he's narcissistic. Get rid of him. You can do better, when they don't do better, right? They don't do better. Or they're single as fuck, when this planet, this energy, the air you breathe is to be with people and to be with a loved one. But they tell you to go. How can they dare tell you what to do? Like I said, I'm so forceful and I say you need to do it, but then they remind me to say it's optional. But they make me say you need to do it, because if it's like it's a need, you must. I say you must, you need. And then I say, but it's your choice. I don't say maybe or I suggest. I'm like, you fucking should be doing this. You're born to do this work. And if you're not feeling like in the slightest of how I feel, and I damn well know everyone that's watching, unless you're in mission, you feel, you're here to do more. And generally you feel like that from such a young age. But the thing is, you think, oh, everyone thinks that. I remember, I think about, 20 years ago, I remember I started to see energy. And I said to my person, I'm seeing this weird stuff. Now I know it's energy, right? Because I see energy. I don't think is it energy? I don't know. Anyway, I call it energy. It is kind of energy. I'll do the energy reading, man. And I thought everyone could see it. I thought everyone could see it. What you have, not everyone has. What you can do, not everyone can do. We are a bit more overboard, so we can show people to bring them up. Like, I might do 20 things, right? But I'm showing you, look, but you can do 10. You lot do 1. It's like I said, and I don't really care if he's listening or not. I said to David, it's like as if you wanted me to go, well done, you're doing 2 jobs. I'm like, you attend those jobs. I do far more. Look how many stuff I do. Cards, tarot, mission, right? Within those hours of the 2 jobs you do. You attend 2 jobs. There's a difference, right? And that's what you have to wake up. You're keeping yourself in the dark and being defensive. But this is the sun and the moon. This is what you need to get the strength to be responsible and accountable for what you're doing. You always think you're doing right. A rich person is always ready to learn. I'm always learning from people in mission. I love that. I love that. I don't watch their tarot readings because I feel I don't know, I just got a feeling that they will feel funny. But when they're talking, I'm learning and stuff like that from them. Like I said, I appreciate everything. I'm not up here vain. I'm like, oh, this is my community. It's us. It's fucking us in here. This is about you seeing the truth of the matter. And it's like, can you see in my card, the stars in the background? This is a star. Is it? But when you look at it, you don't really see it, right? But it's like you're hiding your true self. Your fucking star. And that means starseed, which makes you a star. Means you're different, right? People look up to you. People look up to the stars. At what you're doing now, 5 of Cups, no. And like I said, jack of all trades, I feel that, but master of none. Reiki people love to say, I got certificate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm like, are you as successful as me? No, well, you're master of nothing. Truths, right? Truths. And truths may hurt, but it's truths. I've just got to say it. 2 of Cups is about making a choice. You were born, mine is Ambrose, can't say that. Born as a twin flame, right? The Lotus there is murky, muddy waters, but you have to learn to see that clearly. Oh my gosh, look. The Fool's card here, this is a Fool's card. She's looking up to the 9 of Wands. This is a delusion. Oh, Sophia, I'm ready. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to take the next step, but you're defensive to it. It's like the poor people wait for something. Once again, the spiritual people out there fuck people up like me. Oh, you know what happened? I woke up and the whole room was spinning and my hands were in the air and all Archangel Gabriel and Michael was standing next to me and I had this massive awakening moment. That's what you lot are waiting for, right? That don't happen. The second thing you're waiting for, well, when my twin flame, right, when a person comes and tells me they love me, they want to live with me, they want to get married, then I'll start. No, what you'll do is you'll kick out some fucking kids and look for the new house. You wouldn't get into mission. But that's what you're born to do, right? Change this planet. Then your person comes towards you. And it is, because it's the law of the planet. So you're deluding yourself, because here, I know you can't see it, she's looking up to the 9 of Wands and to the 5 of Cups. And it's like, but no, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to jump in. As all poor people do. And they all think that they're all doing something different when they're not. I'm going to do this. You start something and you think you master it because you get a certificate. I'm like, that just means you got a fucking certificate. Don't mean you know your shit. So many tarot readers, and there's some good tarot readers. I found another one the other day. I thought, oh, you're quite good, right? Didn't ruffle any feathers of mine. apart from, so he did, he was like, okay, I'm on Twitter or something like that. He said, I'm going to be doing some tarot training on Twitter. And he's like, because, you know, if you want to become a good tarot reader, then, you know, you should learn all ways and definitions of cards. And I was like, yeah, but you're still teaching people just to do one thing. A teacher, what do you want to do? If I was a teacher, I'd say, what do you want to do? Kid, right, I want to be a fireman. Excellent. What else? I just said I want to be a fireman. Yes, and what else? Right? Okay, I want to be a doctor. Oh, wicked. And what else? Right? Who says you've got to do one thing? Such a lack mentality. Look at how much I create. I'm constantly creating. Like I said, I went to David's. Don't care if he's listening. That's him, right? But I'm not saying I'm arguing with him. It's fine. I'm back. I've got vertigo, right? And I felt that. I felt that. I was like, but I get that with loads of people, particularly my family. What are you know, oh, Sophia, you're doing so well. I'm like, I work my ass off, right? And they ring me, come round, can you come see the family? I'm like, didn't you see I'm doing well? Because I work my ass off, right? Friends, oh, you want to go out? No, I'm working my ass off, right? It's like I said, they think you're not doing things when you're doing loads. But you have to do loads. We are influencing people. You do nothing. I look at people in Tesco and I appreciate them, obviously, if they're putting the stuff out on the shelves, right? And they're facing it to the front, right? Now, I worked in shops and it's quite long and stuff, but I'm like, what a waste. I know that person ain't just doing that just because of money. When there's someone who might actually like it, called a soulmate, you're not here to do that. You're not. You're here to teach people they can do far more. That's the spiritual people. This is connected with starseed, lightworkers, twin flames, all those people. So you go to a channel, and even if the person is doing loads and quite successful as a spiritual leader, all eyes on them, charges so much money, greed, 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 greed. 10 of Pentacles, right? Devil. My world, oh, look at me. This is changing that version of love. 5 of Cups. This is about jumping in. Poor people always think they're doing something different. Oh, well, Sophia, I'll quit the cleaning job and now I'm going to do a secretary. And? Well, it's completely different, Sophia. No, it ain't. Yeah, I'll get £10 extra an hour. And? Well, that £10 extra hour is going to help me out. No, it fucking ain't. It ain't. If I give you £10 extra, you will lose it. Whenever people ask me for money, I'm like, oh, fuck's sake, right? It never makes them, like, happy. You always need more money, right? So the thing is to work your ass off to get enough money so you don't worry about it. Poor people think of getting £10, £20 or £100 extra a month. But you know, if I give you £100, it's gone like that, right? You need a proper, higher, consistent amount of money. To be, here's the key, because this is twin flame, 4 of Wands to the 4 of Wands, your foundation, right? 2 of Cups, to be free. This is about freedom. Like I said, David called me. I went there. Spent about £90 in cabs, right? Cab fare. I prefer to get a bus, but I'm taking his stuff. Then I'm taking some stuff, taking it back. So, right? Don't care about the bus. I would, but I could afford to do it. That's the thing. You can't afford to do nothing. And then you poor people, I've got to go on holiday. I've got to have breaks. Why you lot have that is because you don't like your job. I work. 3 years, I don't think I've had a break. I have break Christmas Day. And literally, I'll tell you why I have it on Christmas Day, because my son's here. If he didn't know I wasn't working, I'll probably work. But I don't want him to think, you know, that I work all the time, which I would if he wasn't here. Literally. Right? Because you ain't energized. Your job drains you. You always need breaks. You always need, you know, you're always tired. This is about changing your world. Full card and that one. Now let me get these cards. Oh gosh, this one's quite long. They're all long. I don't want to talk about. I was looking at I don't actually check my views, but I get kind of downloads about the algorithm of YouTube actually, which is quite weird. But because it goes up and down, but it doesn't matter. You know, in the bigger picture, if you went to another twin flame advisor and they got loads of views, generally twin flames, especially when they got their person up on the channel, is quite successful, which is a contradiction because they get so booked, because they're a couple, so they post less, which is fucking out of order, right? I literally don't have to post every day, right? I'm that busy, but I do it to pull in people to try to help change planet Earth, right? I don't do it for views because I don't get views. Don't do it. Obviously, look how I speak. If anything, I get rid of. And that is a true master teacher. Get rid of people who don't want to do the work, not lick ass just to get the money. I get pure satisfaction out of forming people's lives. Those twin flames that I'll get you with your person and never get them with their person is just fucking karma in their ass. Let's see what these cards are saying. I think I've got some wrong way. Oh, I think I've got to go through them. I have. Anyway, they're messed up a bit. It's that one. 10 of Swords. Oh my God. Divine Feminine. Let's see about your person. Two for your person. Oh my gosh. My negative thoughts are manifesting more negative situations. What the fuck? I literally said this to David because he comes home from work, right? And he moans about people in his work. And I said to him, it's not the people in the work. It's not this and it's not that. I said, it's just negative. It's just negative. Because you're negative, you keep attracting negative situations. Because he's like, I'm going to move job because these people here are negative. I'm like, no, there's something negative there. There's something negative. And this is you, negative thought, which is why it's 10 of Swords. Negative thoughts. Negative situations. And that's true. And like I said, it sounds like I'm bitching and I'm moaning, but it's only about the readings because you're doing less. In general life, I never bitch about anything, right? I have shit. I give examples of it because money helps. Money makes you free. This world, you can't live on this world card without money. You cannot, right? So the poor lack mentality is the rich is greedy and the rich is this. That is just because you feel stupid because you can't. No, it's not that you can't, because you don't do what we do. That's it. That's why poor people slag off the rich, right? Oh, I would love to do your course and book you, Sophia, but you're too fresh, you're too rude. Any excuse not to make money. I couldn't give a shit what someone said. If they would make sense to me, I'll book them, right? You lot make so many excuses, right? And then bitch while you're poor. That's why I don't like getting cabs, because all the cabbies, or, you know, what do you do? They ask you, don't they? I'll say I'm an entrepreneur. Oh, first thing, because I don't say about this, I say I'm an entrepreneur, right? Oh, well, how did that work with the virus? Perfectly fine, thank you very much, right? I'm self-employed. Oh, well, I'm self-employed. No, you ain't, right? You work for Uber. You're not self-employed. I work my own hours. No, you don't, right? That's you, delusional here. Oh, I work as hard as you, Sophia. No, you don't. Well, you work 12 hours, I work 12 hours. No, I work, you attend a job. Different. Divine Masculine. These hard lessons, it says it here, have taught me to seek it within me only. I see things 2.3 and 4 steps. Oh, so step by step by step, right? This is what this is saying. Divine Masculine, Queen of Swords. So this is about you having an off with your person, thinking you're getting stabbed in the back, being a Queen of Swords. But what he's teaching you is to move forward. These are hard lessons and go step by step by step. Principle of gender. So what I'm getting with that is you need to get to this hanged man bullshit, get into your masculine, right? This going ghost your person does is teaching you that you ghost yourself. You have to grab it like me, right? I might sound fresh and rude, but I tell you truth and I can get you rich. There's no one I can't get richer than me, right? The issue isn't that. The issue is you have to do more than me to get more money than me. It's obvious. A rich and famous person is out on a set 6 months to a year, away from their loved ones, away from their kids, you know. For example, if that's why I love films, because say a Hollywood actor, I don't know, George Clooney, he done one film, and they say, listen, do a film as a karate master. Man ain't done karate in his life, so he has to go and learn karate for one film, right, and do all those karate kicks, which none of you would even bother to learn karate. And then 6 months later, you know, Steven Spielberg, well, can you go and do a romantic film, right? Maybe that man ain't that romantic, so he got there, and he's like, and I want you. It's a film about you depressed and you get overweight and obese because you can't find love, right? And then you find love at the end. So he just come from being healthy and fit and doing karate, and then he's got to go and put on weight, scoff all his food to be, you know, obese, and then do this other role. That's fucking work, right? What you lot do is just attend something. That's what I try to say to you lot. That's work, and that's what I compare to you, right? And you say, well, I don't know why I'm not as rich as George Clooney, because I would work 6 months on a set and I'm like doing nothing like what they do. You look at one scene, right, of a move, and it would take you ages to do one karate move. And they're not even karate people, are they? They just learn it for the fucking role of that film. You lot are pathetic compared to what they do. That's why there's a separation. And it's all to do with money. You get more money the harder you work. Like I said, the overall energy of this is a hard lesson which you lot need to learn. The overall energy of this is High Priestess, right? High Priestess, knowing that. The High Priestess sits between two pillars. The negative part of the High Priestess is middle ground. A middle ground to me is this. This is like, I'm not happy with the status quo, but I'm doing my best. You ain't doing shit, right? Let's just face the facts. You ain't doing shit. It's a wake-up call. Gender means you need to get off your ass and take the steps. Gender means you have to, principle law of gender with this one, right? This is about, okay, stepping up to the plate. Most of you don't book me because you know you ain't going to do what I tell you to say. That's why you don't book me, right? Because I give you every fucking thing in this community to make you successful. So poor people blag, I wish I could do this, I wish I could do that, I wish I could do this. And I'm like, okay, well, here you go, right? So why aren't you doing it? Oh, my person doesn't come towards me. My person doesn't do... Exactly, it's a mirror. But don't they say they are? I'm going to come towards you, or I love you, or you feel they love you. Don't they have that? That's the same with you. You have that same inner calling, the High Priestess, right? But you do nothing. That's what this is. It's Divine Masculine. I never knew how to love. I never felt it. I never saw it. King of Swords. This is Queen of Swords, King of Swords is the worst counterparts in tarot. It's like arguments, disagreements, right? Logical. There's no heart. There's no passion, right? That's what the King of Swords and Queen of Swords. Probably why it's a long reading. Is just fucked up, right? Drama. It's showing you stuff to release, right? And you're like, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to do something different, but you're not. You're not doing it. You're just staying there. You want to change that? Book me. You want to start slowly? Join the Facebook group. I'm out. Speak to you later.